Hey scrappy friends, welcome back. Today's project is for Hey Little Magpie. I am using some of the gorgeous new wax seals. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen them on my own Instagram yesterday. These are designed by Sarah for Hey Little Magpie. So I'll be using some of these. I'm also using some of those gorgeous long stem floral dies that Sarah designed, and also another die from Hey Little Magpie, all with Vicki Boutin Discover and Create, for an idea I've had for a few weeks now, and wanting to try out with the wax seals and these combination of dies. Doesn't quite go how I'd planned, but I absolutely love how it's turned out, so you know that's great news. And before we get going on that, if you're not already a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments what you enjoyed. Not sure what to say, pop a scrappy emoji just to say hi so we know you stopped by. Right, let's get scrapping. So I'm just going to talk you through what the plan is before I get going. So I've taken these dies, so we can get hold of them. Designed by Sarah for Hey Little Magpie. I've also taken this die, sold through Hey Little Magpie, and this die, film strip and the tickets. I've taken 2 pieces of the pattern paper and fussy cut some flowers and leaves, and I've die cut out of different greens and neutrals and blues. These are from the chipboard pieces as well. So the plan is I'm going to have these smaller leaves from this die. I'm going to just all up here. I might need to cut some more. Mixed in with them, tucked in with them, are going to be these long stem dies. I'll get you the names of them. And then tucked in is also going to be these. I'm then going to use a couple of the new wax seal stamps and randomly make it look like I've kind of stuck it all together with the wax seals. These pictures are my younger brother Will with little O. I don't really have many pictures of Will with little O, so I absolutely love these. They're just so cute. He's laughing away with his Uncle Will. So yeah, that's the idea. Originally I was going to have this cluster down here, but then I was umming and ahhing about where the title of the journaling goes, whereas I'll put it all in the middle and then have this all being my leaves, etc. Then that's, you know, that will, I think it'll work. I've also sort of contrasting colours to all that green. I've cut these. I didn't cut that quite right, but that's fine because it's going to end up tucked under something. So yeah, I'm going to put you on fast forward, get all that stuck down, planned out and stuck down, and then we'll go from there. So I had a completely different plan for these photos of little O and my little brother Will, but when I wanted to do this particular design with all these leaves down one side, I wanted photos sort of going over where they are, and that film strip from Discover and Create was just perfect for the size I printed these pictures out. So I decided to put 3 of the photos into those frames. The other 3 were originally going to be down in the bottom right corner, but I decided to bring them up onto the journaling blocks just to make it one tight cluster. So I've split the leaves into their colours from how I've die cut them, the pattern papers I've cut them from, just so I can make sure I'm sprinkling each colour around the page so I don't end up like with a clump of dark green in one spot and a clump of blue in another. Chose to add the blue just because it's a bit of an accent colour, and my brother and I are both wearing blue, so decided to do that. And I am just sprinkling them around. I will cut out me going back and gluing these all down, just show you my arranging them first of all. So now they're all glued down, I pull out the dies, the long stem dies. Now I did tell you that I'd let you know which ones they are. They are the long stem rose hip, the long stem lavender, and the long stem cow parsley. So there will be the links to the dies I use in the description box. for Hey Little Magpie. Also linked to the some of the wax seals as well. So just gluing these down, just scatter these throughout the smaller die cuts, the leaf ones that I'd already glued. Not putting loads and loads of glue on, just a few little dots, just so that they stick and don't get pulled up when I'm trying to put this into a page protector in a month or two's time. But yeah, just getting them all just randomly throughout. I do then add, I know I've not pulled many out there, but I do add a few more as well, especially above where the journaling block is, because that space is pretty blank at the moment. So just going to get them added in. The pictures of Will and O, that it's in, I can't remember when they're from, to be honest with you. I have got it written down, and it's just, we get to spend quite a bit of time with O, with seeing him every week, with my only working 4 days. My brother's always working when we have our weekly get together, with my sister and her grandsons, and my niece is currently on maternity leave, and my older brother and his wife. So my younger brother tends not to see O as much as we do. So it was just really great fun that having these pictures of Will with O. He's giggling away. Both of them are giggling away. So these are the flowers that I fussy cut from the pattern paper, and I'm just scattering these also around in amongst the leaves and the long stem dies. I do decide to cut a bit of this off. The bit I've cut off and not used there, which has glue on, I just pull a bit of the release paper back out that's sat in the top of my waste paper bin, of my general waste bin, and stick that onto that piece of release paper. So I've got that to use again as something else. And with these leaves, the colours on these leaves are very different to what I've die cut, and I just really like that idea of adding in these accent colours in amongst the leaves, and they're a little bit brighter as well. So I add all these in, not all of them, I add some of the ones that I fussy cut out in there. So yeah, so once that's all stuck down and I'm happy with it, I get my furnace out, or my 2 furnaces out for the wax seal stamping. Now I'm going to stamp the wax seals directly onto the background, directly over the leaves and the flowers. I just really wanted that more organic look. So first of all, I'm using this glittery green piece, and I go into this with, this is a hearts background piece. Now this is actually an Amelia Creates cut files. Sarah was designing the stamps, and was told me she was designing stamps, and asked if there's any I had wanted that I hadn't seen, and I wanted. And I was like, well, you've done all this work designing in the past with the Amelia Creates cut files. Why don't you look at 1 or 2 of them? So she did. And she's also, as well, with what she's already designed for the principles that she does to coordinate with a lot of collections, she's used some of the designs from them as well, which I think is a really great idea, because she's already spent that time designing. They're already lovely designs, so why not go back and revisit them? I think it's a really great idea for her to do that. And the dies, not the dies, the stamps have turned out so beautifully. They stamp so well. You see the close-ups there. So I chose the cute, because that's, it is cute. The happy, I think I did fun, which I put too much wax down, and I also overheated the wax for fun as well, so it spread a lot further than it normally would do. And I used the heart geotag, and with those as well, I've gone in with the silver Stampler pen to colour over the raised areas of the stamp. So I'm coming in here now, but I've stuck the photos down in my journaling spot, and I'm just using some wet glue to stick this chipboard piece. Again, this chipboard is from the Discover and Create collection, and I've got the Epic from the puffy sticker sheet. Now coming in with some of these ticket strip die from Hey Little Magpie, and the film strip die as well, just to add a little bit more accent to the layout. Again, going with the brighter blues as well against those neutrals. I just think it just goes really well, pairs really well, and gives it a bit of a highlight to the neutral colours around the page.
I do initially think of putting something down there on the left, and I decide not to keep it all where it is, you know, all down one side and then coming out into the middle. I'm really happy with that. In hindsight, doing this, I think I wouldn't have put that happy as close to the photos, or maybe, you know, had not stamped directly onto the background there, but saved that spot for one of the seals that I stamped between, you know, between recording, just to use the wax up in the spoon, and then have a couple of other ideas, and whilst I had it all out, just stamp some more for other projects, maybe use one of them to tuck under. So now I'm coming to that. This is the Discover and Create printable that Sarah designed, Hey Little Magpie, for coordinating with Discover and Create. And I'm going to turn these into epoxy flair. So there's also these naked epoxy dots that are sold, which go perfectly. You just 1-inch circle punch with those round elements along the bottom of the printables, and you then pop one of these epoxy dots over them, and you've got your own epoxy flair just to scatter around your page as well. So tuck one under the photo and a couple under the leaves, and then we are almost there. Oh yeah, I bring some more of this chipboard in. I like these big chipboard leaves, so I get them used as well. And yeah, I'm just gonna slow down in a minute and talk you through what I've done in real time.
Okay, here we go. So these are the new wax seals, or some of them. I have coloured them with the silver. There's one tucked under there. I put too much wax down for that one, but you know what, I wanted it to have that organic look. These are the Discover and Create printables that I've punched with a 1-inch punch and put the naked epoxy on. Some of the chipboard, and then this is just all die cuts and the fussy cut flowers and leaves. Yeah, quite happy with that. It'll do. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.